Alright folks, welcome back. Another week down here on the farm, and it's a rainy morning, so it's dark up here again. But I do want y'all to know that I read your comments and I take your advice. Last week someone said, hey, you should turn on the lights up there. So look what I did. Got me a light. So now I can see up here. And so I'm going to get started here. Probably get some of this stuff here tore off. I need to get the subfloor done back in that corner and then finish framing in these dormers. So that's the plan for now. I kind of wanted to work on that outside of that dormer this morning because it's nice and cool out here and overcast, but the rain is preventing that. So but hopefully this week I can get that done. But right now I'm going to get started on doing some of this stuff, and I may have a little bit of help this week. Don't know, we'll see if that happens, but anyway, let's get started. Alright, I said I was going to get some help. And look, I got help. Philip's been busy tearing out the ceiling here. And now you can kind of see up in that center part the kind of mess that I made when we did all that. So some of that will come out. We'll reframe that a little bit, make that better. But it's really been helpful having him here to get all that tore out. While he was doing that, I got that piece of flooring put in back there. So we're in good shape. So now that I got all my lines marked out for where my switch boxes go, I'm going to start mounting some of these in place. Hopefully it's not too difficult driving into this old oak. Alright, I don't know if you can see that or not, but that one went in okay. That one bent on me, but it should be fine. I'll get something pushed in there to hold it in place, and then when we spray foam that, it's not going to go anywhere. That's the beauty of spray foam in these things. You can use it to hold a lot of stuff in place. I guess I should explain here, on these plastic boxes you have these little tabs that stick out here, and it makes it really easy for lining this up. So you line your top up with your mark there, or bottom, depending on which one you mark, but I mark the tops, and then you just slide that back until it hits your stud, and then you drive your nails in. It sticks out a little bit, so when you put your drywall or your finished wall product on there, then your box will end up pretty close to flush with your wall, and then just makes your cover plate and everything fit on there well, and everything just lines up nicely. All right, I gotta get this ceiling mess tore out of here so I can get that rebuilt real quick. I think I just need to make one cut with the Sawzall here. All that'll just pull out. So some of you are going to think this is a little bit goofy the way I did this center section on the roof, and it kind of is. And you might be wondering, well, what's with this notch? Well, the lumber from the original house is not perfectly dimensional, and the piece that was running right through there was a little too tall. So I just notched that, knowing that I was going to come back later from the inside and add more structure to this thing. So yeah, it's a little goofy. Definitely would get beat up on the inspection if I had to do that, because right now pretty much the only thing holding all of this up is it's sitting on top of these little corner braces, and obviously those are cut into wedges, so you don't have very much material holding those things in place. But not to worry, because I am going to bring a couple of 2x4s across like this and push them right up against the bottom of there and secure them in place. And no more weight than what is up on top of there. This is not going to be an issue. All right, so now you've got the load transferred from here, which really isn't a whole lot anyway, to here, and then to here. So I think we'll be okay. The only thing I might do besides just this is I might put one or two across here, just because there is pressure pushing in from the sides. So if we build this across here, that'll keep that from trying to collapse in. I don't think it's going to be an issue, but might as well do it just to make sure we don't have any problems. Okay, so here we have the stairway, and obviously right now it's not real safe. You could fall off of here, or a kid or anybody could fall off of there and fall. That would not be good. So the plan is, if you remember from way back before we tore everything out, there was a wall right here that went up. So we're actually going to rebuild that wall, and then on the other side was a railing. But what we're going to do here is we're going to build a wall on that side too. And then this little nook over here is going to become a storage area. And so since most of this space up here is going to be for beds, it will very likely be like bedding materials and things like that in there. So I'm going to get started on getting these walls built. see I had to put a few blocks up in there for that wall to attach to, and then got my studs in place. One thing I did is I lined my studs up with downstairs, and it really doesn't matter except for when we go to do that drywall right there. It'll just make it easier to find the studs. Okay, so I'm shifting gears just a little bit this morning. We finally have a cool enough morning that the shingles up here are not going to be so hot that I'm going to scuff them all up. So I've been waiting for quite some time for this. This side of the house faces to the east, so when the sun comes up in the morning, it heats those shingles up pretty quick. But we're finally to a time of the year that's not happening so much. So I'm going to try to get up there and get this dormer all closed in today. Okay, so I did get this dormer wrapped up. I didn't get the trim work and all the battens on, but I don't have them done on either of the other two sides either. So that'll be next week, and then we'll begin caulking and being prepared for paint. So once that's done, the outside is complete, and we can move back in to focus on the inside before the weather starts changing and getting cold on us. Hopefully I can get it insulated and wired, and maybe get some heat in there before it starts getting too cold for the season. But that's going to do it for this week. Thanks for watching, and as always, we'll see you next time.